Welcome, guys, to the Mia Show. My name is Nehemiah Advance, and today we are speaking to the businessman. We are speaking to a father. We are speaking to the music promoter. Like today, we're speaking to somebody. When you want to know what Cape Town is all about, this is the guy that you need to speak to. Today, we're interviewing the man. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome Baba Jimmy Jimalo. Thank you for coming. How are you?
I'm doing well, pretty well.
So,
Appreciate you bringing me over here.
thank you. And then how are you feeling about being here, being the show?
I'm at home.
You know,
Um,
thank you, because we are trying so much that whenever we talk to somebody,
yeah.
you must be feel free, you must feel at home. Okay, so first of all, can you introduce just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jimmy Jimalo. He just gave me the intro. I'm an entrepreneur based here in Cape Town. And we're exploring a lot of business projects. Obviously, we are more in entertainment. And we're working on other businesses that we fragment. As I always say, it's majorly entertainment, transport, and promotion.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's what we work on.
Okay, so just tell us a little bit where you grow up and then to here, where you
Well,
are.
I was born finally in Chegutu, but raised in Kwekwe, which is a small town in Zimbabwe, and moved to the capital city when I was a teen. That's when I gained a lot of experience working with a lot of music artists and also exploring my entrepreneurship ventures while I was attending college.
Okay.
And then I moved. I also went to Zambia. From Zambia, I moved to Italy. And finally, I was in Los Angeles.
Okay, cool.
So I've had
You've
a
been
bit of
around.
extensive traveling over the years, but I've always wanted to be independent. I've always wanted to um, earn an income through business projects.
So tell us just a little bit about your business in music.
Well, in terms of music and entertainment, that's our core business. And like I said, transport and business, music and promotion is part and parcel of it. And a bit of hospitality, which is the restaurants we here have here in Cape Town. Um, it's something that we've worked with for many years, and we've gained a lot of experience in how to operate and how we, strategize our market segmentations, and also at the same time, we obviously in the recent couple of months we've been impacted by the pandemic.
Yeah.
There's a lot we've worked on to adapt. And as you can see, we are here now in this establishment where we had to reinvent ourselves, working with our budget. But so far, it's work in progress because each time there's a new variant that comes through, and so we keep adapting, and the restrictions that are coming up to go to reduce the impact of the COVID through the government. But we navigating our way.
Because I mean that's was my next question. Like, how are you managing with the corona? So since you say so, like, is corona since it hit have changed the way that you do your hospitality type of side of the business? Have you
Well,
changed it?
well, in business, I once did a live stream broadcast show on one of these platforms.
I think I saw that.
I spoke about how you want to adjust yourself to conditions. You don't give up.
Uh-huh.
Yes, circumstances might lead you, but you have to weigh out your strength and weakness and see. Okay, look, if I work it out in this way, then obviously, and the lawyer must tap into what you hear from generals those that support you.
Yeah.
It's very
People
important. Word
surround
of
you.
mouth is very important. But you see, I come from a background where my mom uh, was had a bar, and I hanged out in a bar. So I have a traditional experience
Oh,
of
so this is
operating a
comes
bar.
from.
Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool.
and obviously over the years there's a conventional education. So I have both. Like I was saying in that podcast, like there is book smart and street smart. So whenever the situation gives you something, you have to adjust. Right now, a lot of folks are uh, making their mark and earning an income
Yeah, yeah.
through various ways, and you have to
Exactly.
adjust yourself
Because
to that.
that's the now. It seems like the now. So it's funny you said you grew up when your father, your mother
My
had
mom.
a bar.
Mm.
So because I want to ask, when did you fall in love with the business that you're doing right now?
Um, I love entertainment. It's part of a
Mm-hmm.
passion. Um, you see, I don't know how if you have a history of David Angwena. It was one of the first bands back in the days.
I think I've heard it. I think I was too young.
David Angwena was, you see, you grew up in a mining town. The mines where the minal work was done, the owners of the mines created recreational activities for the workers.
Oh,
They would play traditional music. They had folks that came from, remember, we were a federation that came from Malawi that played gure, and they had folks traditional Monday. They had band. So David and Gwina was like a band that was for recreational in Shamba mine. But in Kwekwe, every mine created that. And they had the soccer team, a netball team. So that made, obviously created that activity to get the workers more fit, more,
oh, okay.
active.
An active, right? Yeah, yeah,
And it took them out of just one aspect. So, when you grow up in Quaker, you're exposed to those
yeah. Like, yeah, yeah,
activities.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I saw that. I did everything. I mean, I can play
So
you
good.
drums. I play soccer.
Oh,
I can play drums for the Nyau. I can play Mande. I can. So I grew up doing that.
okay.
And there was a lot of exposure. We did bands, like we went when we were young kids. We went to see a band. We went to see Patrick Mukwamba. We went to see Black Seeds. Even Leo Angwena, when I was a kid, we went to see them. So these were activities that were created in the mining towns,
Oh, okay, okay,
and
okay.
I felt passionately involved into it.
Oh,
And when I went to Harare, I worked with Thomas Mafumo
okay.
as a teenager. Yes, I
So like
worked
you,
with.
you like teenage part was like exposed to this activity, exposed to this business.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's the way you literally like fell in love with the whole thing. So guys, we're just gonna take a quick break and then we'll be back after shortly. Thank you.
Jamsa da 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 da. Oh yeah. Jamsa usa da da. Shiri kuma shuri kwa.
Jamalo, no. Muzandipe mali midzi. Makadaro ndodzika midzi. Inini handisi DJ, ndakoti ndikudzi, pane mwana ini ndini muridzi. Ndodona naye. Ndakamusiya mvura inga naye.
Welcome back. My name is Nehemiah. Like I said, I am your host for the day. Today, we see here we're talking to Jimmy Jimalo, and we're getting to know him and get to know where he grew up and what he have done and what he have done to get where he is today. So, we talk about the music and your surrounding. So, what is your advice to a good music career?
Well, first, if you want to start off a career in entertainment, you're an entertainer. You, your job or your career is to make sure that you entertain people. So whatever you do, whether it's a type of genre you choose, you are there to entertain people, and you must be passionate. That's number one. Don't go into it because your neighbor has successfully done something, and then you go into it because you think that's the only pathway. Do it because you love it, and that's number one or two or three things that come in. People go into any type of career based on hereditary. It's something that comes from family or passes on, and collectively something that's in the neighborhood, and thirdly is something that is you.
Yeah.
You can be off the grain. You could start off a career that you just think like, hey, this is me, this is what I want. So those three aspects of in an individual are very important. So you must identify if out of 100 you're a 90 in a music career, you do it. What I've noticed is that we are all now going into entertainment because that's how we attain success quickly. We've seen role models that are musicians and they do it. And everybody is now trying to be into entertainment because you can easily attain success, and you can also be easily recognized. But there's so many other. I always try to encourage. Not everything is
About
music.
entertaining.
You can be a scientist and do very well.
Scientists have to go to
You
university.
can be a physician, like you were saying. You can do very well. There's so many careers that we can do. So what we've done is also, even though I'm in entertainment, I try by all means to advise those who want to start the career that do it because of the love of music. Don't do it because somebody has done it, because it's not an easy thing.
So no, I mean, now I want to shift into hospitality side, right? However, like I don't want to speak. I don't want you to advise on like 5 years back. I want you advise somebody from 2020 to 2021. What is the best way to advise somebody to start a hospitality career or study a hospitality business?
Right now,
Based on these 2 years.
based on these 2 years, what we have seen is that everything has shifted from the normal trends of people going out in restaurants because of the pandemic. There's more on digital world. That's what we've seen. You've seen the new wave of the apps, the Takealots, Uber Eats, Bolt, all these platforms, and they're functional.
They make money.
We have moved from the normal way of doing things to digital. Our income now, we got almost 30-40% from deliveries. So your presence on the social platform is very important now if you want to go into hospitality. So right now we actually working on getting into that wave where people are getting to see spend more time on their phones rather than the other years where they were not spending time on the phones. So if somebody wants to do something these days, you want to go into business, make sure your skills on the digital app, on social media is very, very
I think it's true because I mean sometimes when you decide to eat, you like let's just do Uber Eats or we just eat home. Let's just go out, we food, pandemic. Let's just do something and watch movies. Because now there's Netflix. Every movie that comes yesterday is on Netflix.
See it over here. So the world has become one world. I'm here. I can buy somebody lunch in America. Exactly. Through these platforms. The address, they take the money from my account in South Africa. Somebody has the meal.
And the meal been delivered to them.
To
Without
them.
even them go to the bank.
Yeah.
Guys, we are still here. We're still talking to Jimmy Jimalo. And however, we just want to go for a little break and then we'll be back. Do not change. Do not go to another channel. This is the channel that you need to stay with. We'll be right back.
Jamsa da 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 da. Jamsa usa da da. Jiri kuma shuri wa.
Jamao, no. Muzandipe malimizi. Yeah. Magadaro.
Welcome back, guys, to the Mia Show. I'm still here with Jimmy Jimalo. This is the Mia Show where we're having fun. I feel like this episode we are learning a lot. I feel like this is episode you just need to sit down, and after this, if you don't plan your business, if you have nothing in your head, yeah, you just need to ask your ancestors what's going on with your life. Okay, so now the next question I want to ask you. Earlier this year, there was a protest that happened in town. I think around March about LGBTI rights. So, what are your take on that?
Okay. Well, I knew you were gonna ask me that question, but well, to me, growing up in a very family that was not informed in what the world has got into, especially with the LGBT community. We knew specific people that were, and we accepted it in the community that that person is and that person is. But over the years, we've seen that this is not only a situation that you have one or two individuals. We have a lot of people in the community. As a matter of fact, for us as a business, we've generated a lot of business through the LBGT community here in Cape Town. We've done functions. We embrace it because it's something that I believe it's not a choice to say I want to be or
Like I want to be gay,
or I don't want to be. It's something that you are born with, and we have to accept it. We have cousins, we have brothers, we have sisters that can be able to be part of the community, and we are part of. Yes, and we have to embrace it. I think it's just us now that I always talk about the intellectual, spiritual growth that we have. We are in a world where people are expressing themselves more, and it helps because there's this psychological safety among people to accept who they are and move in, and they can be able to be productive. Look here today, you've created a platform. Even me as an entrepreneur, I'm being seen somewhere. You're gonna put this clip, and people will, be able to see me share my views in every aspect. But I think it's to me, whatever happens in your private life is your responsibility. I might like females with red behinds, which are nice. Somebody might prefer blondes. Somebody might prefer it. That's how I take it in context.
Exactly.
It's nothing to do with my professional abilities. So I think the world has to come to a point where we work together. We transcend beyond race. We transcend beyond gender. We transcend beyond sexual preferences. We transcend beyond everything and see each other based on merits. Whether you are from left or from right, from west, from east, as long as you have something that contributes significantly into your community, and we should have this tolerance in people's ability. You understand? There must be no stigma, and then once we come to accept that, then you see we develop. I'll tell you something. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg introduced psychological safety to people. They come to work with their backpack at Facebook headquarters. There is a preschool. There's a doctors. So you find you can harness more time by having everything at the office. So instead of you running to drop your kid and then to go to school, the school is there.
He's here.
Instead of running to see the dentist, the dentist.
is here.
So we've come to that world where we have to accept each other. And we have to now practically work into a situation where the work environment is accepting any situation and developing ways of harnessing more
And
production.
all resisting together.
So my take on LGBT community, and I think everybody has to, be together as one.
I think for now the question will be, we know Zimbabwe. I think the confusing part is that we live with Zimbabwean. I'm a Zimbabwean. We live with Zimbabwean. But then still, when it comes to social media, I think the same people are the same people that say hateful words. People that you know. And now speaking to Zimbabwe, do you ever think Zimbabwe will give a gay rights?
We need to. We are a society. If we need to be in a global society, we need to care for each other. If you're Zimbabwean and you contribute towards the economy, right now you contribute, and your contribution is very significant, because what happens is that you're sending mom money, and that's remittance.
Yeah.
That's remittance. That's sustaining the economy back home.
Yeah.
Whether near Bazi, you're sending the money, but mom's gonna go to the shop. There's a job created by Munopama shops.
Exactly.
Mom's building. So pane mari paichataura kuti yabva kuna Jimmy Jimalo, yabva kune uyu akaipa uyu, the mari haina basa kuti yabva kumhondi kupi. As long as you are a Zimbabwean and you're contributing towards Zimbabwe, and you carry the flag, you are a Zimbabwean, and your rights. What are the human rights? For you to exercise, your democratic rights is the ability for you to have a decent education, and Kuvanema hospitals, your hospitals, healthcare facilities, it's your right. Kuvane food over the table, it's your right, and water, it's your right. And then kuvanechi tataura education, tataura healthcare, tataura food, and then pune two more. Mama human rights anofunga kuti uitike. So basically those human rights are very important for you. So I think we should recognize everyone as a Zimbabwean and can contributor as a citizen towards development communities zedu kumba pane vamwe who do worse things and they feel like they are doing.
They are the one who belong to be called Zimbabweans. And then some
are entitled.
Yeah, they're so having that. Like, I think most the people that I kind of do, I think people, they become so entitled. The moment you become so entitled to certain things, you started doing bad things. Because you feel like this is yours and yours alone.
No.
That's
no. The LBGT is Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Because we are Zimbabwe.
The whatever titles, our sexuality, they are also Zimbabwe. Hakuna inini. I think in future we should do away with the titling and say Zimbabwe is Zimbabwe. Whether your sexual orientation, we're not going to discuss that in public. No. Even in public, You are who you are.
Yeah.
You are who you are.
True.
And as long as you behave nema values amoral,
Yeah.
ekuti hauchazobvisi
Because that's
rugwe pakati
important.
pane vanhu,
Yeah.
you know, moral,
Yeah.
ethical values dzako dziri intact. Iwe haufambiwo wakutanga kuita zvimwe zvinhu zvekuti vanhu, you know, zvinokuvadza the young ones who are growing up. As long as your values are intact, whatever happens behind the closed doors, yeah.
It's yours. Okay. So we are almost at the end of the show. So I think now the last question: what is the next step for Jimmy Jimalo from here?
So with Jimmy Jimalo as a business, well, Jimmy Jimalo now has become a strong brand in Africa. The Congolese, Nigerians,
I've saw
many Malawians. Is the SADC is Jimmy Jimalo as a brand has become very strong. So we exploring other countries. I have interest in Zambia. I have interest in Malawi. I have interest in Mozambique. I have interest here throughout the other provinces and in Zimbabwe. Strong interest. I've got a couple of commercial land there.
Oh, okay. Good.
So we are going strongly, especially it's just the pandemic that is kind of stopped what
everything.
you know the pace we were going at. Things had just changed at that stage. We also going into, like I told you, the hotel. It's a touristic hotel with a golf course where we are aiming to attract many people from all over the world, especially you know, in the Western world. They come to Africa. So this hotel will have a bit of wildlife, like some other countries in Africa have that concept. So we want to do that, and we putting in maybe a few giraffes in the golf course. So like I said, those amenities will be there, and those other things that. So we're working on it. We might take a little bit longer because of the pandemic, but that we were at an advanced stage while before the pandemic. But we will continue with it. The hunger is there. The plans are there. We're also engaging into transportation.
Okay.
That's something that I've always wanted back then for many years. I've worked with it as a teenager, and I want to continue with it. We might even have tourism,
That's cool.
the transportation to fare them around the SADC region, and passenger, and just general courier luggage and other goods transportation. So, in promotion, we want to bring artists from America to bring them out here. We want to take African artists to America to do a tour. So those are main stuff. We are also going into like having our head office, which is the central place where we have everything. We are working on it. We were busy with it. So at least we have the 3 departments working, you know, coherently to pursue our business endeavors. We are also engaging in other groups like your affirmative action group. We are also engaging in many other platforms in America that have been there for years. So those will give us the strength and the mileage, well, literally catapult us through networking. And that's what happens now. So we also with networking. So there's a lot of things that are happening, but we, you know, by the grace of God, we're surviving through this pandemic because we were more or less focused in hospitality, and that's the industry that's been hit pretty hard. We were hit, like I would always say, we were hit, and we were off guard on that aspect, but we reinvented ourselves. We're here.
Yeah, you come back.
We bouncing back. I just need to go to the gym.
Now, the last thing, I want to do a simple game with you.
Yes.
But this game, you need to say what comes through your mind.
Yeah.
Don't explain.
Yeah.
So you just give. I want you to give me sentence,
Yeah.
but don't explain. Since you are passion in music, entertainment, I'm just gonna say a name of an artist
Yeah.
or an entertainer. You say the first word without explaining why did you say that or why you say a certain word, right? So the first artist I wanna say is Somam Tuguds. What's coming to your mind first?
Very talented.
Tendai Manasa.
Very talented.
Hope Masike.
Very good.
Do you know Hope Masike?
Yes, I've listened to his music.
Okay.
He's the one that came in to when I Koma to Paston. He was the one that came in at Jazz Festival.
I don't know if she's.
Oh,
she's a female.
she's in America. Yeah.
With the, you know, she's a Zimbabwean.
Oh yes, she does folk music.
Yeah, that one. Okay, Gary Tight.
Needs a bit of guidance, but he's alright.
Holy Ten.
Yeah, he's growing. I say, time will tell.
Killer T.
He's a sensation, a seasoned artist. Hits
Freeman.
after hits, seasoned artist, hits after hits. Freeman, I've worked with both Killer T and Freeman.
Alec Manchester.
Seasoned artist.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. That's all we wanted. So, how does people get hold of you or contact you? Or...
My presence on social media is very pronounced. You could get my post, although I might not be as present as I am now. We have discussed with my marketing team that they're gonna take over the marketing,
The social medias.
the social media. I won't be, but I'm easily accessible.
Okay.
And you text me, I'm 30 minutes away from returning your. But as work demands now, I'm handing over the marketing
To the
to because,
capable hands.
yeah.
Thank you. So from the passion and from the love, thank you so much. If you want to get hold of us or chat to us, Jimmy Jimalo mentioned that he's very rare on the social media. Text me, I'll make sure I hunt him down. My name is Nehemiah Advance, and if you want to catch us on Facebook, the Mia Show, Twitter, the Mia's one, on Instagram, the Mia Show, YouTube, the Mia Show. You can leave a comment, you can leave your email, we'll get back to you. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thanks so much for giving your time. We're talking to this very talented and very intelligent man, Jimmy Jimalo. I love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.